Welcome to tonight's live. Gonna put that there to avoid that glare. How are you guys all doing tonight? I don't have any viewers yet, so if you are watching this on playback, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this video. I have provided for you down below 3 links, and those 3 links will tell you where I got all of these supplies. The cut cardstock I'm super excited about. It is a company that has cardstock at a very, very reasonable price, and if you're into paper crafting, you know how expensive that can be. So anyway, all the cardstock that I'm using tonight is from them, as well as the ribbon. This is from them as well. And then I'm not using this this evening, but they do have these pins for a very, very good price. Package of 3 for under $9. This is a pack of Beetle black canvas cardstock I'm using as a card base. This glitter cardstock is super, super nice. Doesn't rub off. Really good stuff. So anyway, that's down below. That is not an affiliated link. That is just, I found them through 2 of my friends, Hannah and Nikki. I contacted them. I'm like, hey, I need cardstock. I love your cardstock. And they offered me an influencing position on Instagram. I took it, and so I'm just sharing this resource with you because I love it. These I'm using tonight, these are from Ink Road Stamps. That is down below as well. They're beautiful gems. And then last but not least, we are using a picket fence stamp. This is the stamp. I have looked at this stamp. It's called Sophie Kitten. And I have always thought this would be so cool as kind of a spooky evil cap for Halloween. So that is what we are going to create today. I'm going to show you how to create a monochromatic card, basically with a silver black base, and then we will show you how to do a pop of color with that. So that's where we are today. Let's get started. First thing I want to do is I want to stamp my image, and I'm going to stamp that on a black piece of cardstock. I am working on a 3.75 by 3.75. This is a 4.25 by 4.25 card base, so it's 8.5, and then I scored it down the middle, and then it makes a 4.25 by 4.25 card base, I think. Let me make sure I did that right. Yes. And then I gradually decreased in my size. So I'm going to mat it on this, which is a 4x4. This is a 3.75. The reason I did that is because my beautiful little kitty is about that size. And I want to put the ribbon down below. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and emboss this little cat. I'm going to be using some Sterling embossing powder as well as an embossing pad. So it's going to be clear. This is just a little pouch that I like to prep my surface with so that it doesn't emboss in areas I don't want it to. And I'm just going to put a very nice covering of my embossing powder on this. Excuse me, my embossing pad. It's clear. And then I will go ahead and stamp this. And then I'm going to stamp kind of a double image of her eyes off on a white piece of cardstock. And we're going to do something with that. So I'm going to put this a little bit higher up here because I want to put a ribbon on the bottom. I'm going to make a cute little bow with my organza ribbon that I got from the cut cardstock. The ribbon, dude, 75 feet, so it's 25 yards, and it was only $3.50. I couldn't believe it. I rarely see ribbon that good. All right, so just gonna take this and go over it with my silver so that she stands out, has a little bit of definition. There we are. And then let me heat set it, and then we will go ahead and do the eyes, which are super fun. I originally wanted them in green, but after I made the green ones, 2 family members said, no, those don't look spooky. They need to be yellow. So we're going to do yellow on this one, and then I'll show you the green at the end. This is boring. It's like watching paint dry. I'm sorry. It's the only time tonight you're going to have to watch me emboss. But look how pretty it is once it gets done. The whiskers on this are beautiful. I'm not a cat person, but I dig this stamp. All right, so I'm going to set this aside for now, and then I'm going to take my white piece of cardstock, and I'm just wanting to get the eyes, so I am going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black because I want to color them in with yellow. It's important that I do this step with a Copic marker because I'm going to put a liquid medium over the top. So I'm just really making sure I get those eyes nice and inked up. And then from here, I'm just going to stamp those like so. And all I care about are those eyes, all right? Because we are going to fussy cut those out after I color them in real quick with yellow. And I opted to do it this way instead of using a ink that would be safe for black that would show through, because I wanted all of her eye to be white. Like I really wanted the white to, hey Tamara, to shine through. So my family said to do it in yellow, so here we go. I'm just gonna do this in some golden yellow alcohol ink marker. Excuse me, not alcohol ink, it's alcohol marker. Okay, and then from here, I want to take this and cut it out with some detailed scissors, just each eye. So I'm just going to just cut this down first. I think that this makes a really cool card when it's done. And then I'm just going to carefully go around and fussy cut out her eyes. And I'm not going to like try to cut those eyelashes because that would be tedious and annoying. And I really don't like to fussy cut. It's not like my very favorite thing to do, but it is a necessary evil in this craft, in this hobby that we have. Scan and cut would work on this as well. So there are a couple different options. Okay, so there's one eye. And I may have to go over and clean that up. Looks a little bit messy. And then here's the second one. So I'm going to show you at the end what my card looked like when I did the green eyes. But my family really was like, oh no, if you want that cat to look evil, it needs to be yellow. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do the yellow live tonight. So I have two cards that I can mail out. I already have, I think I'm going to mail one of them to my cat mom friend, Mary. I think she would get a kick out of this, out of one of these. I don't know which one yet. Maybe she'll see the video and she'll tell me which one she wants me to mail her. We'll see. All right, and I'm just kind of going over and getting that white areas off. Okay, still not very good. So, all right. I might use that journaling pen after all. All right, so from here, I'm just going to take my art glitter glue and pop on these eyes directly over this. If this happens to seep out, it's no big deal. It is clear, so it's totally fine. By doing this, this just kind of adds another layer of interest to this little cute kitty, I think. And again, this cat is Picket Fence's Sophie kitten. I think she's so cute. She'd make a sweet cat too, don't get me wrong. All right, now what I need to do is I need to layer this on this, and then I'm going to add my bow, and we're going to come back and finish up the little kitty, because we're not done yet. I still have a few more things I want to do to this card. And I'm layering it on the glitter cardstock that I got from Cut Cardstock with my art glitter glue. I really, really like this glue. It is fantastic. It's my go-to for everything. And I used to be a tape runner girl, and now I am all about the glue. I love the glue. Okay, so let's see here. Because you can kind of pick it up, move it around until you get that good placement. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a bow on down here just to finish her off. Oh, well, it's not finished yet. We still have to do something to those eyes. The eyes are not done, and I want to add some gems. So even though this is a relatively simple card, it's going to look pretty freaking cool and not like a simple card when it's all done. Oh, I'm using that over there to block off the sun. I mean, the light overhead. Okay, so I like to do my ribbon on this. I don't like to cut it off because then I waste a lot. But when I do it like this, I don't waste nearly as much. So I'm going to just go ahead and it's a little bit tedious, but that's okay. But I like organza ribbon because it really is easier to work with than a regular ribbon. There's a little bit of structure and shape to it, but it's not like this stuff that has the wire in it that makes it darn near impossible. I just like to work with this. Okay, now the bow's way too big, so I like to just tighten it up, and then I go back through and pull it down and get it to my liking, like so. And usually it doesn't take too long to get down, and you can fluff up the bow. You know, you can fluff it up. It doesn't have to stay like that. I'm going to pull this down a little bit, down towards the bottom here of this, like so. All right. And I'm going to pull that down just a smidge. And I think I like that size. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut that off, set that aside, and then I will adhere this card, this to this. Oh, there we go again with that spot. Sorry, there we go. I'm pulling this down just a smidge. And the bow fluffing really takes the longest. All right, now I'm going to adhere this to my card base, and then we will finish up the eyes and add our gems. And then we will have a cute little, I think it's a spooky Halloween card. You can do in the inside the sentiment. I think it would be better than on the outside of this because it might, I don't know, it just might compete with the cool kit, the cool evil cat. Okay, so here's this. And now what I want to do is I want to take some liquid glass. This is also Glossy Accents by Ranger. You can get it a couple, you know, different names, but it basically does the same thing, and it gives that sheen and that shine to the eyes. So I'm just going to give this kitty cat a glaze on her eyes to really bring them to life. And I'm not doing it on that black because that's more of the eyelid. I'm just doing it on the whites of her eyes and that yellow, like so. So now she has a little bit of a personality. Then from here, I want to finish this off with some of these gems. I'm going to use 5 gems on it just to give her a little bit more of a pop. And then the card will be done. This is again a 4.25 by 4.25 card, so it's a nice little small size. You could totally put it in the mail with no problem. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, just like that. Okay, and then I only have 4 out. Oops. 3. Then let me grab the other one. One more. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Okay, so that is how you can make a cute little monochromatic card with a pop of color, which in this case is the little teeny tiny cat eyes, which I think are so cute. So I like to use stamps, not necessarily for their intended use. I like to make everyday stamps, holiday stamps, and that's what I did with this set. And then this is the green-eyed one. So I'm curious on which one you guys like better. Do you like the green-eyed one or do you like the yellow one? So here's the yellow one. Super cute. And then here is the green-eyed one. That one's cute too. So which one do you guys think looks spookier? The green or the yellow? That's the question of the night. All right, that is my live for Thursday night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and I will make sure that I get back to you. Make sure that if you are in the market for some cardstock, that you use the cut cardstock that I shared with you. The green-eyed one, Valerie. I like the green-eyed one too. Thank you. I think the green-eyed one rocks. But that cut cardstock, oh, Tamara likes the yellow. It's a split. The cut cardstock is a really great resource for you if you're looking for cardstock. They have a massive selection of envelopes as well. I just got a very small sampling of what they have. And I had filled up my cart and I had a budget of $65 and I was only at 35 bucks. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went back and added, you know, the ribbon, the journaling pins. So go check them out. It's a really good resource. I think you guys will be really, really happy with it. They're also on Instagram. And I am one of their influencers now, but I don't get any kind of a kickback on it. But I really just think it's a great, great resource for you guys. All right, and don't forget to check out Picket Fences if you're interested in this little kitty stamp because she's adorable. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will catch up later on. I might be on tomorrow doing a magic thing with this, like that magic picture changer. I only have one more Halloween set, and this is it. So I like to play with it and then move on. But anyway, I digress. Have a wonderful night. And until next time, happy crafting.